Dear Tanzania, my energy, my experience, my adventure. One thing that has always baffled me is the concept of time. How 2 weeks can feel like a millisecond and an eternity, living together in complete coordination. My millisecond and my eternity, from the 1st to the 14th of July, could be some of my greatest yet. As a kid, you occasionally think about the years before you and what you want to fill them with. Mostly, these innocent thoughts consist of staying up late, hoarding the best teddy bear collection and eating sweets after dinner time. But every so often, you think of something a little more adventurous. For 7-year-old Hollie, one of these thoughts drifted to Africa. And for 17-year-old Hollie, this thought became a reality. There is something that has always drawn me to the bigger picture. Something about lighting up the world one spark at a time. And the opportunity to travel to Tanzania seemed like the next spark. It allowed me to spend 2 weeks lifting bricks and learning stories. Mama Mariam, a widow to HIV who devotes her life to her children. Isaac, an inspiring 10-year-old orphaned in late 2015. Defroza, who works with her team to improve lives in Tanzania one family at a time. And Suze, who fell in love with Tanzania, now lives and works there and volunteers to help its citizens. People encouraged me in the weeks and months before the 1st of July, telling me how it would be the trip of a lifetime and telling my mum how I'd come back a different person. And although the first of these statements was definitely true, the second seemed a little more far off. I knew that visiting Tanzania would make me value my life in the developed world. The first world, said as though it's a race or a competition. And this is perhaps why I came back as the same old Hollie. I know what I have. I know how privileged I am to have those things, and I know that all of those possessions could come and go in an instant. I know what they are supposedly missing out on, and I know that their blissful ignorance to the modern world is most likely a blessing in disguise. And so, I am the same old Hollie, with a heart not changed, but most definitely touched by the stories I have heard, by the people I've met, and by the relationships I've been a part of. Knowing that I've played a part, even the tiniest bottom of the credits part of these people's lives, makes Tanzania one of the most fulfilling experiences of my first 17 years. It made me feel useful, valued, alive. But this trip wasn't just for me and the people who I met along the way. This trip was for my dad. After returning from Dakar, he was full of excitement, stories and an energy that I knew he would never be able to put into words. But still, I would sit on his knee and squeeze out every last detail of his trip. And that's when he promised me that one day I'd do the same. That we'd go to Africa. We'd see the animals and we'd visit the people. This promise powered me through my 2-week time warp. And although he wasn't holding my hand as I discovered my Africa, he was definitely holding my heart. A heart that has now returned to Scotland, enthused, optimistic, and determined to feel it all again. And Tanzania, that's why I want to say thank you. Yours forever, Hollie. So there we have it. That is my Dear Tanzania, my letter and my thoughts and feelings and everything of that 2 weeks I spent there. I haven't really touched much upon it here on YouTube because it is a really personal experience. It's something that is individual to everyone that went there, and although there were 15 of us that went on that trip, every single person will have a different opinion on what happened, a different thought, and this was just mine. This is how I decided that I wanted to remember this trip. I like to write down my thoughts and my feelings, and that is what I felt. I took this diary with me when I was in Tanzania, and every day I just wrote a kind of day-to-day account, more just a what I did type thing instead of a what I felt, because I just wanted to write about what I had been doing and then reflect on it when I came back. So this is my little timepiece, my little treasure chest of thoughts and feelings, and I'm going to keep this diary forever. I love it so much, and it is going straight over into that box right over there, the one that I'm going to keep forever, and it's got loads of random stuff in it that I love. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. It is a bit different. I hope that you still enjoyed it, and yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not already, and repping Tanzania. I'll see you again next week. Bye!